Mohawk Girls, a dramatic comedy about four young women figuring out how to be Mohawk in the 21st century. A story about love, conflict, and the pursuit of cultural empowerment. Recently, on November 27th to be exact, the show's creators, Tracey and Cynthia visited McGill University to discuss this new television series. On behalf of TV McGill, I, David P. Stein, had a chance to sit down with them for an exclusive interview. To the left of me are two lovely ladies who are the creators of a new show called Mohawk Girls. Ladies, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, thank you so much for having us. I'm Cynthia Knight, and I'm one of the executive producers and the head writer.
My name is Tracey, and I am the creator of the show, executive producer along with Cynthia, and the director of the show.
Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard of the show, do you want to just give us like a little brief insight as to what the storyline is about and you know, how did it come about, really, your show?
Mohawk Girls is a half-hour dramatic comedy, and it's about four young Mohawk women in their 20s who are trying to figure out who they are and where they belong in the world. And it's about dating and love and sex and relationships and figuring out how to follow your heart or do what your community wants. And it's very world specific and it's very universal in terms of what it explores.
I was once a 20-something Mohawk girl myself, going through a whole bunch of crazy. I actually am still going through a whole bunch of crazy at 36, but I came up with the idea about 10 years ago when I was 25. And what I was going through in my relationships with my family, what my sister was going through, what my friends were going through. I mean, it was just, I was like, this is a television show. Like, this is crazy what's going on. And I started taking notes. And over time, I ended up with a very big document of notes. And that's how it all got started. I just thought, my community deserves to be on television. I'm a Mohawk from Ganawagi. It's a reserve that is about 20 minutes from McGill, just across the water. That's where I grew up. That's everything I knew. I didn't know I was different than anyone else. I didn't know I was an Aboriginal until I was around 12 years old during the Oka crisis. And then it became very real very quickly with the 78-day conflict that went on between Mohawks and the Quebec government, with the army being called in, violence. And I think that moment, it's very important. It was very pivotal for me, and it really did impact my direction in life, because I could have been swallowed in anger and hate and let that consume my life and allow me to stay in a very big dark pit. But instead, because of that experience, I wanted to try to put something into the world, many things into the world, that might allow something like that kind of conflict, that kind of hate to never happen again. So, you know, I tell stories. I tell stories about my people, hoping to build bridges between our communities and laugh, because we need more laughter in the world.
Who is the target audience for your show?
Target audience is women. The primary audience is Aboriginal women 18 to 30. But we're really hoping that non-Aboriginal women 18 to 30 are gonna really enjoy it too and really be able to relate. And we had some screenings. When was it? At our premiere on Tuesday night. So a guy came up to me and said, "I know your target market's women, but I really dug it." And we're like, "This is great." You know, we definitely presume that it's going to resonate the most with young women, Native and non, but hopefully it'll reach even beyond that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you mentioned also a little bit before about the show having a bit of a comedic undertone. How did you, I guess, could that be a little bit controversial in some ways? Like, how did you approach that?
Interesting. Well, I would correct you in that the show has a dramatic undertone, but it's very comedic. We definitely wanted to take on this material from a comedic point of view. I think that the masses are very used to very heavy issues when it has to do with Aboriginal people. And I am the first to acknowledge that my people are dealing with very heavy things, but you know, that's not it. It's not all. We don't just sit there going wah, wah, wah all the time. We have a very vibrant families, very, as I said, you know, there's some like all families, like all friends, there's like some ridiculous things that happen that are both silly and funny and frustrating. So we really wanted to put together a show that really, really represents what life is like for my people.
What would you say is the number one biggest challenge that the Mohawk culture faces today?
Tracey?
Well, now, it's very, thanks. That is a very great question. I mean, it's such a complex question that we at this point have 13 episodes trying to explore that question, and we're writing another 6, which is why I don't know if I can give you one answer. I think there are many challenges. I think we are making headway on some. I think we are going backwards on others. You know, for me as a Mohawk person, my biggest frustration is being told who to be. I'm being told by my own people who to be. I'm being told by Canadians who I'm supposed to be. I'm being told by government policy that this is where I fit. And you know what? No. You know, I want to be who I need to be, and I can be exactly who I am and be a Mohawk person too. That is what I hope for my people, is for us to get out of the box that we've been stuffed into.
That's a huge and very important message in the show, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but to your own community saying you don't have to be in this box, and to the outside world saying we are not this box. We're all sorts of different shapes and sizes and types and like everyone else.
When all is said and done and this show gets billions of views and you're all rich and famous,
yes,
what do you want the message or your legacies to be?
I would be thrilled if this message came across and people looked at my work and felt like I was achieving this, of showing that beneath all of our cultural or religious or ethnic or whatever differences, ultimately we are all the same. We're all human beings. We should be compassionate toward one another. We all have the same worries and fears and hopes and dreams. People seem to really catch on to what we're trying to do and what we hope to achieve. People are excited that it's sort of a fresh new perspective on Aboriginal people, and also that on this network, on APTN, and OMNI, our other network, they've really let us kind of take risks and not be safe and conservative. So the material, one reviewer said it feels like a mix between network and cable. Like it's a little more edgy than what you'd usually see. So people were sort of excited that there seemed to be a little bit of a fresh kind of show in Canada.
Okay, so you just told us APTN and OMNI. That's where you can find the show. Is there anywhere else where viewers can find Mohawk Girls?
It just started on OMNI Sunday, November 23rd. They aired back-to-back episodes at 9 and 9:30, and on APTN Tuesday, November 25th. Back-to-back episodes also at 9 and 9:30. So it just started. If viewers missed those first couple episodes, they can go online, aptn.ca. They have all the episodes streaming online the day after they air. And both OMNI and APTN will continue on those schedules, Sunday night on OMNI and Tuesday night on APTN. And they'll always have 2 episodes back-to-back, and you can always catch it afterwards online on APTN.
And we have a total of 13 episodes showing.
Perfect. Awesome.
And we're in the middle of writing the next 6.
Awesome. Can't thank you enough for sitting down and doing this. It was a pleasure to talk to you and learn more about Mohawk Girls. We hope all of our viewers go check it out, and on behalf of TV McGill and camera guy Luke, we want to just thank you for coming, and we wish your show the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure.
All right. Awesome.